Franklin County is nestled in the foothills between Roanoke and Martinsville. Settled in 1785, the county is named for founding father Benjamin Franklin, and tobacco and timber were its first farm products. Today, it's the second largest dairy-producing county in Virginia.
Together, dairy and beef cattle, we figure is 45,000 cattle and calves in Franklin County. Ag revenue as a whole is $65 million. And as far as crops, with the dairy cattle we have to make feed, so there's 10,000 acres of corn silage grown and 35,000 acres of forage for hay.
Dozens of Virginia dairy farmers have retired in recent decades, but the dairy business is still important here. Tanya Young says one reason is their strong family heritage.
My grandfather started it 50 years ago. My dad still does it. My brother and I now do it. And it's basically just to keep that legacy alive. That's the main reason that I dairy farm today.
Milk prices have been below the cost of production for several years, and it can be hard work to be a dairy farmer. But Young says there are good days on the farm as well.
You have live animals, of course, that you take care of every single day. There are times that it is financially stable. And then just working outdoors every day with cows and hay is fun.
With 1,023 farms on 165,000 acres, the farm economy remains strong in Franklin County. Tobacco production declined after the federal tobacco program ended in 2002, and many producers moved into beef cattle or retired. But there's still 4 tobacco operations remaining on 525 acres. In addition to 45 dairy farms, there are 531 beef cattle operations, 35,000 acres of hay and forage land, and about 25 acres of local produce. Timber harvesting is also a source of farm income. Franklin County Farm Bureau President Jason Thurman is a third-generation farmer who raises purebred Angus beef cattle with his father and a cousin.
Cattle worked well for us. The beef cattle, my grandfather got in the business in 1960, and that's kind of was his passion, that kind of deal. So we learned the trade from him as we grew up as kids.
Thurman says the Foothills Produce Auction started in Franklin County in 2016, and his family now puts in 2 acres of fresh vegetables to sell to local restaurants and consumers.
We used to grow a small garden. I never really thought that we would get into growing a big enough garden to sell to the community, that kind of deal. We've always grown enough for the family to have something fresh produce to eat and that kind of deal. But as the ag business changes and different things come to Franklin County, I think the produce is one of the growing industries here.
One other factor has given a boost to the local farm economy. Nearby Smith Mountain Lake was created to supply water to a power plant, and the owners of vacation homes have a lot of spending power.
The lake was built back in the 60s. Probably since the 70s, the green industry has exploded. Landscapers, people mowing lawns, hardscapes. It's created a lot of jobs in this county, which is part of the agricultural background.
Thurman says most Franklin County farmers are part-timers like himself, and being close to Roanoke and Martinsville has helped many of them find off-farm employment. But this is still a rural community where most residents appreciate agriculture and the boost it gives to their economy.
We are in a rural community. Farmers are, for the most part here in the county, are respected.
Every dollar that comes through our dairy farm goes back into the county and helps pay for Walmart, groceries, doctor's bills, everything, gas, everything you can think of, and it's an enormous amount.
They appreciate the heritage. Even the new business park that's coming online, they're saving a lot of the ag structures, the silos, the old farmhouse, and people appreciate the views, the vistas, driving down the roads and seeing pastures and cropland. They like that about Franklin County.
The farmers of Franklin County are adapting to changing markets and public opinion. The good news is they can draw from a deep well of public affection for agriculture and the men and women who are the bedrock of their community. In Franklin County, Virginia, I'm Norm Hyde.